Hey y'all, this is my first makeup routine that I'm posting on YouTube. I'm kind of nervous about it, but it came out so good. I did a very soft glam with just like a nice smoky eye with some like neutral tones. It's actually easier than you think. This is the makeup routine that I do when I know I have to eat hard and I want to get stopped every 5 minutes. This is the makeup lip I'm gonna do, okay? This routine has been heavily requested and I finally got around to making it. So I hope y'all like it. Thank you guys for watching. I always start with the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. I feel like it's the perfect lightweight moisturizer that's hydrating enough but won't pill under your makeup. And I use it every single day. And then I've been also using this Refy Blur and Hydrate Primer. I use this kind of all over just to help smooth any texture on my skin. And then I'll go in with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Powder Serum. That one I love for just like targeting areas where I get a bit oily or makeup like fades fast. So my nose, forehead, and chin. And then I'll go in with color corrector, which I think is imperative for my full face glams. I use the Huda Beauty one. I'll put this where any place I have darkness or acne scarring. And then I'll layer that with a skin tone concealer. Sometimes I'll layer, but usually I'll just mix them together. And then I'll spray my face down with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This spray is all throughout my makeup routine. Like, I think it's one of the most important steps of my makeup. It helps the makeup and the product just really sink into the skin. It also helps last longer. And then it just gives it more creaminess, I feel. Just helps it blend better. And then I'll blend this out with a little brush all on my under eye and all those spots. And then my favorite foundation right now is the About Face foundation. I've made a few TikToks about it, but foundation is so nice. Like, it's just perfectly hydrating, has a nice amount of coverage. I like to use a lot of powder, so I don't like super dry formulas because I'll supplement that with powder. Just chef's kiss. And then I've been using this Juvia's Place cream contour recently. I actually really like it. I feel like the tone is really nice for me. I'll just apply it with the brush and then buff it out. I kind of went crazy on my forehead here, but I ended up working with it. And I'll just buff it upward, try to blend to give myself more shape. And then I'm using the Juvia's Place liquid blush in Marigold. I actually ended up laying an e.l.f. liquid blush on here, but I don't think I got a clip of it. It's the shade Berry Well that I use. So it's like you see it has a little pinker in this clip. And then I'll go in with the Kofi concealer on my forehead, chin, and upper lip. I always use a concealer that's a little bit darker than the concealer I would use on my under eye. That way I don't look too bright all over and it looks highlighted enough, but not as bright as my under eye. And I'll just blend that out with a little concealer brush. As you can see, I don't use a beauty blender for anything. This is my favorite ever concealer ever. Natasha Denona High Glam. I will always recommend this concealer. It's a really nice full coverage serum formula, so it does not crease at all. And then I'll go in with that Morphe spray again because I don't play. And I've been using this Makeup by Mario F4 brush, a smaller side, to blend out my concealer. I kept the full clip in so y'all could see that this literally took 10 seconds to really blend out. It's such a nice brush. And then I'll put some on my eyelid to help prep for eyeshadow because I've been obsessed with eyeshadow recently. Okay, Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder is my pressed powder of choice, especially as of recent. I didn't used to like this one as much, but I can't stop using it. I use the shade Tan 3. I feel like always go a shade down with these ones. And I'll just press this all straight into my under eye. And then I started doing my eyeshadow. I kind of jump around with my makeup. I forgot to show y'all that I put like a warm brown on my crease just for like transition. And then I go with the smaller, more tapered brush and take this dark brown and work it straight to my crease to just add some definition. I'm building up the color. I wanted to keep this kind of neutral and not too warm. I've been obsessed with like kind of like a cool tone eye. I just think it's super flattering. So I'm just working through my crease until I see enough shadow. And what's next? Okay, then I went back to my face and I started with the Ultra Peach and Rich Peach one size powders. I love one size. And I start building like a slight thinner layer and get it placed down evenly. And then I try to build up the layers as it goes so that it doesn't look too powdery. So by now, right here, I've put a couple layers of the powder because I like to bake. But you don't want to start off with too much powder. Then I use this Kosas pressed powder in a darker shade to set the rest of my face. This is a shade that like matches my skin. I love this formula of the powder. It's super smoothing. And then I'll go in with bronzer. I love the Juvia's Place bronzer. Specifically the top shade I prefer because the bottom one's a little red for me. And then I'll just go in everywhere. I use this to contour my nose too. I don't think I showed my nose contour. And then I went back into my eyes and I used this Rebel shade. It's like a pale, muted, pinkish nude. And I just built my lid with that shade, creating a little bit of a shape without doing like a cut crease. A lot of times you really don't need to cut out your crease to get that color payoff. Just build it up a little bit and it'll look cute. At first I was worried because this looked pink, but I ended up being like literally my favorite little eyeshadow look, and I can't stop doing it. Okay, so this is about to be my mini eyeliner tutorial. So I first start off with doing a thin line from the very inner corner all the way back to the edge of my eye. I'll keep it very thin at this point, and then I draw the bottom line first, like the base of the liner. Bring it upwards following the natural shape of my eye, but lifting up, and then I'll start from the tip and connect the two. Connect? What the heck? I'm using the Anastasia liquid liner. I really like this one, actually. I just got it. And then I'll kind of fill in and perfect it. I keep my eyeliner pretty thin because I have hooded eyes and I can't really pull off thick liner regardless. And then I put on this mascara. I don't know where the clip is. My favorite blush right now is from Rem Beauty and the shade Jupiter Moon. It's like the perfect bronzer. Like, I want to describe how I do my blush. I'll use a blush that's darker, and you can see I'm using this a bit lower. I'm not dragging it super high. It helps blend my bronzer and when I'm going to apply my brighter blush, so that it's not such an obvious difference between the two. I'm using the one size in the shade, I think it's Rich Peach, and the little powder is in the middle. And I'll put this one higher. As you can see, it's definitely like placed higher. The color's brighter and it helps add that peachy tone. Whereas the first blush helped connect my bronzer more. But the shade was still peachy. Just like I need to do two blushes or it's not the same. And then I'm putting on these lashes. These are from Kiss. I love Kiss lashes. They're so slept on. Well, they're actually extremely popular, but I feel like a lot of people think they're childish. And this is me realizing I was putting it on the wrong eye. But these are the Kiss Sister Nature lashes in the style Dawn. I feel like they're the perfect length for me. Like, they're long, but they're not super full, so I can still see my eyes, which is very important to me. I don't like lashes that like completely cover my eye and my eyelid. And then I'll go in with a little bit more mascara to help camouflage my lashes and like just make them blend a bit better to the lash strip. I love this Bad Gal Bang mascara, by the way. It's so lengthening. I've been using voluminous mascaras for no reason. Okay, so then I go in with the one size ultra pink shade. I didn't show, but this is pink, and I use this one to just brighten up the inner corner. I don't put this one as much like everywhere, but I just love it for like a little bit of extra brightness. I just love the one size powders. I have so many shades and I use them all. Then I'm going to do my little lip combo. It's the Morphe Trendsetter, the perfect brown lip liner for black girls, for anybody really. I just feel like it's a really perfect brown and it's so cheap. $6 for this like nice wooden pencil that lasts. So I just line my lips. I overline a little bit, but I pretty much follow the shape of my lip. And then I'm using this Makeup by Mario plumping lip color in the shade Smoky Pink. I kind of blocked the camera, but it's a really pretty pale pink. I always line my lips with the Fenty Hot Chocolate Heat Gloss. It just helps complete my lip combo. Like, I low-key can't do a lip combo without it if I want to be serious. And then moving on to highlight, which is a step I'll never skip. I'll build up my nose, and I'll start off slowly, and then I get a little bolder. I definitely like it to be bold, so I'll just build it up to how I like it. And then I'll move on to my bridge of the nose, do the same thing. Try to make sure it's straight because that's going to like help really contour your nose. And then I'll do my inner corners, and I'm done after this. At this point, you should literally look like a living doll. You should give Barbie, and you'll be done. If you made it this far, thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my bio for all my other social media platforms. And yeah, you guys are gonna eat if you follow this routine. Thank me later.